My friends, if you're looking for lethal elegance out on the trail, you found her. Let's get on topic. Hey everybody, it's Thomas with Get Out Arizona, and you are watching another fabulous episode, tremendously exciting episode of Bike Showcase on Toolbox Topic. I'm joined once again by my charismatic and handsome co-host, Brandon Van Leuven. Brandon, how the hell are you?
Fine.
Fine. Oh, poo. I'm just Eeyore. No, he's happy. I brought him bourbon today. No, wait, that was last week.
It was.
It was last week. So.
Ask me how much is left.
0. These guys in their day drinking. No, guys, I'm joking. But we are at Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix. Once again, it's where the cool kids hang out and me. And yes, as Brandon pointed out, when we were off camera, it was a bit dramatic, but still a lethal elegance out on the trail is what I'm referring to. My Fuel EXe. It's this first gen, because this was the first gen pedal assist.
Yep.
This is the 9.9. Doesn't get better than this. It's already been ridden, modified. The bike showcase is a little late because we're redoing it a couple times. And her name is Beatrix. Yes, Beatrix Kiddo, just like in Kill Bill. The yellow, kind of when I saw it, I knew that's what it was going to be. But I'm telling you right now, guys, an amazing amount of fun. It's where Bathsheba is just raw power. She is nimble on the trail, very agile, very quick, and just a super fun bike to ride. It's a completely different experience from any other pedal assist mountain bike I've been on.
I agree.
And I can't emphasize that enough. We'll talk more about the TQ motor system. I have thoughts already after a few hundred miles on this. But Brandon, I mean, before we actually get started with the bike showcase, is there anything broad spectrum you want to add, or are we just going to dive right in?
I think you touched on that a little bit. This bike isn't for everybody.
No.
If you want that e-bike exhilaration, that feeling of like kind of
superhuman.
If you want that feeling of acceleration and like you're not really riding a bike, you're riding more of a moped, I guess, and you want that thrill, this bike is not the one for you. If you want just a little bit of help, if you want to feel like you're superhuman, this is the one, because you can hardly tell it's an e-bike.
Correct.
It's lighter. It's quieter than any other e-bike I've ever been on.
This is the drive-by. This is the e-bike of choice for all drive-buyers.
But it's very discreet. I have to almost convince people that this is an e-bike in some respects. So it's again, not for everybody, but it is pretty damn good. It is.
I'm telling you right now.
It's amazing. I think the best thing to say is, like, if you just need a little bit of help or just want a little bit of help,
right?
And again, if you want to feel better than you actually are, this is the bike.
Yeah. And Brandon's put it a couple different ways, all of them very, very accurate. I joke around on Bathsheba, my lunch is free. On this, I have to work for it a little bit. Is basically what it is. But again, the climbs that I might not be able to do on Esmeralda, which is full analog, or just power up on Bathsheba, here I know I'm doing it, and I'm working for it, which I'm okay with, because again, she's just so damn nimble and fast.
Right.
And yeah, again, we'll talk more about the TQ motor system and everything as far as that goes, but just spot on. I really think when this first came out, and this is a 3-year-old bike when it, as far as that goes.
But should we talk about the history of this real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so this bike is a closeout bike. What did it originally cost? $13,000?
Yes.
So new EXEs came out. This one went for $7,000, I think.
$74.99.
So it went thousands of dollars off. I'm sure they lost money on this one.
Yeah.
So we are a little bit back in technology already. Sorry to say, but the price was right. You couldn't afford not to.
No.
So it is a 2023.
Yep.
We're in 25, so it's a couple years old, and the new model's out. But I think that the point is the price was right.
Right, and as far as the technology goes, there wasn't any leaps and bounds to be like, oh my God, I'm missing out by having this bike.
Right.
By any stretch. It's like saying that my Gen 5 fuel is out of date. Are you kidding me? Even when the Gen 7 comes out, there's not going to be anything, earth-shattering to make me change.
And this was the 9.9 XTR.
Yes.
So this is not a stock setup from out of the box.
No.
Since you put transmission on, we'll talk about that later, but this was originally an XTR
Full
mechanical.
Yeah.
Mechanical, so.
But this bike is fully stacked. Seriously, we got line 30 rims. It has the XTR component group on there, which is nice. Holy smokes, is the braking ridiculously good.
It should be.
The braking is good on Delilah. Now, if you haven't seen Delilah, Bathsheba, if you haven't seen that bike showcase, I'm going to link it up atop right now. But it's nice. And we should do next Thursday, because you'll be back from Flagstaff, I'll be back from Flagstaff. Next Thursday, let's do a full-on head-to-head between the two bikes. I think that would be really good. We'll do a comparison bike showcase. Because the Fuel EXe, I think, is a great choice for someone who wants to get out there, grind out like maybe 22 to 30 miles, a shade plus, and just have fun and know that they're out there riding. Where Bathsheba, power on demand, the size of the battery, pretty much have limitless riding, ability. And it's just, again, two different bikes for two different riders. But I am not disappointed. I'll actually be riding this one tonight, this evening. So
all right.
I'll ride them all. So, all right, enough. Let's get to the details. I know some of you guys and gals are probably like, oh, come on, Thomas, get with it already. Wah, 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 wah. And I would say, nay, Brandon and I are thespians and we need to be dramatic.
So where do you want to start? Thomas, want to go from cockpits? Cockpit
Are we
frame?
going from back to front or front to back?
Yeah, we'll go from front to back.
Okay, but first, Brandon, you know you got me now. The camera's shaking all over the place. What do you got to do, Brandon? Come on, do the dance for me, baby.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, man. Where's the love and enthusiasm? Let's start from front to back.
Okay, very good. So the first thing I want to point out, this is a very high-end bike. It's a very expensive bike. Yes. And they gave you a very expensive cockpit.
Oh, Jesus.
This is a sexy cockpit, if there ever was one.
Yep.
Now, it's a beautiful full carbon OCLV bar stem combo, and I love it. But if you ever need to do any extension with the stem to do some fitting, that will not be cheap.
No.
I would imagine if you need to do that, you'd probably abandon this, sell it on eBay, and then just buy a normal normal stem and carbon bar to do that. So hopefully this thing fits you good right out of the box.
And I could say for me, it does. This is probably one of the best fitted bikes for me in the style of my riding. I don't know. I just have fun on it.
Excellent.
I can't say it any other way.
Excellent.
Oh, yep. Show them the secret stash.
This one came with a wolf tooth, but Trek branded. It's still a little stiff because the bike is new, so I need a little bit of help.
Yep.
But they gave you this Bontrager little toolkit on there, which could be handy. Up front, you've opted for the duo base.
Yep.
With the blender system, as you always do.
Working great.
Good. And then you have your other accessories
I have my
on
quad
here.
lock on there for the phone.
Let's look at this beautiful XTR lever on here, beautiful finish. Anything Shimano does in XTR is going to have a super high-end finish and high-end performance. Yeah. As we said before, this was also mated before to a mechanical shifter, but you've opted to put on your GX transmission. So there's your GX really quick shifter pod on there.
And what I like about this shifter pod, again, unlike Bathsheba, this one has the ability, since it's not integrated, to swing up and down. So this is in a much better spot for me. But like Brandon said in the last video, we're going to find a third-party option so I can get it where I need it to be.
Good. Yep. And then, as you typically do, you have your ergon grips on there, a personal choice. But something had to be done because the stock ones are not that great. Nope. So totally understand that move there. On this side, you have your dropper lever, of course. It's not much to shout about. It's pretty standard. There are fancier and nicer operating ones out there. And then your very discreet little toggle switch on here, which we'll talk about later when we get to the motor.
Yep.
Up front, let's start with this fork on here. So this is
all kinds of technology.
So this bike is bristling with technology. The fork that you have on here,
usage, Brandon. I like that.
It might be too much for me with all this has. And what I'm referring to is this is the Lyric Ultimate with AirWiz debonair dampener on here, but the AirWiz on here. Let's open this up and let the viewers see. Via Bluetooth, you can get a lot of real time, not real time, but a lot of information on your past rides. And that information will hopefully allow you to set up your suspension, both front and rear. We'll show you that in the rear here in a second.
Yep.
Hopefully set up your suspension as best as possible. Again, this is batteries, Bluetooth. This is more technology and more apps than probably I like to mess with.
Right.
But you have it on here.
Yeah. And we'll be doing a full video on the TyreWiz for the suspension and for the tire monitoring.
Yep. And there's 150 millimeters of travel on this Fox fork. And then you also have the ability, if you climb to altitude, and you may need to do this when you go to Flagstaff, it does have the vent in here. So if you go to altitude and you're gaining excess pressure, you can push this and relieve the excess pressure that's inside there and hopefully keep the setup that you determine through your TyreWiz.
Yeah.
While you're down there, let's look at this wheel. Of course, you have carbon wheels on there, as you should.
Yep.
For a
And
bike
these are
at
the
this
Line
price.
30s.
Line Pro 30s carbon wheel set, 30 millimeters wide. Beautiful wheels. They're robust. I believe in them. I think Trek and Bontrager have a great warranty and good support on these wheels because they are expensive. So you need to have that on the back end. A fairly lackluster. I think it's a DT Swiss, but Bontrager branded rear hub on there.
Yep.
And then you can probably see through. You got your beautiful 4-pot XTR with your what do you say, compatible disc brake on there as well.
Right.
But yeah, again, a really nice finish. 4-piston, you can't go wrong.
Nope, it's a great setup.
And then one other thing that I don't think needs to happen ever is this TyreWiz by Quark.
Right.
Have you messed with that at all?
No, I haven't. Between, Bathsheba coming to town and redoing the studio at the house, I haven't had a chance to monkey around with all the things.
Okay.
But when I get back from Flagstaff, all that'll happen.
So this guy will give you real time via the app, via Bluetooth. This one will give you real time tire pressures on there. Again, I don't think
it's necessary.
That was something that didn't need to be done, but you got it.
We'll talk about it
on this one. Tubeless out of the box. You have upgraded your tires already.
Yes.
Well, to tires that you like better. Let's say that.
Right.
What are these? Maxxis Recons?
So these are the Recons, and the reason I chose the Recon, not just because of the tread pattern on here, but I guess they're a lighter tire, a faster tire than the Ardents. And for this bike, I think they fit beautifully. It's such a great coupling. And that's probably what I'm going to be defaulting to with Beatrix from here on out. I absolutely love these.
All right, fair enough. Let's move up. Going to the frame, you have this beautiful, again, OCLV Trek carbon frame.
Yep.
Nice lines, no welds. If you're going to have welds on an aluminum bike, let them be beautiful welds. This one doesn't need it. So now you have these very elegant shapes, sophisticated tube shapes that are going to add to the ride quality of the bike. Looking back here, you don't have that progression adjustment like you do on your rail, if someone saw the rail video, but you do get MenoLink. And MenoLink will allow you to set it in either the high or low setting. So if you put on the low setting, you'll get a little bit longer wheelbase, a little bit slacker head tube angle, a little more stability for more technical terrain.
Yeah.
As we move back, we go to a full carbon fiber rear triangle, of course, with Trek's proprietary ABP on there, which reduces brake stacking or suspension stacking. I can't talk enough about it. It works. It's something that I feel it's a great addition, great technology from Trek.
Absolutely.
If we come around the back side, you'll see that ABP a little bit clearer. And then here's your switchblade on here. Again, I got to remind everybody the switchblade can be removed and used on your front axle through axle as well. A lot of people don't know that. And then as we come through, you get a little mud flap on there.
Yeah.
Doesn't really look like it's doing its job, but
little tap, tap, tap.
It might keep things away from your pivot points here, which is all right. Yeah. So 150 millimeters travel in the back, because like I said, 150 in the front, 140 in the back. Yep. And then in there you'll see this bike does not have a easily removable battery, but it is removable. By removing the armor underneath, you will then get access to the battery via a handle. You can remove that battery.
Right.
I have not done that yet. I don't monkey with batteries unless I really have to. I'd rather just preserve the original factory connection on there, but it can be removed for sure.
Yeah. So moral of that story is, if you're in Arizona in the summertime, you're bringing this bike in, If you're in cooler climate, you don't have to worry about it, but that's going to give you longevity to the battery as far as that goes.
And you can bring it inside. We'll move on to your drivetrain. Again, this bike was originally equipped with mechanical XTR. Thomas has opted to put his GX Grupo on there. So the reason you were able to do that is because the bike came installed with a UDH, a universal derailleur hanger, which gave you the option to do that. Even though the Shimano one didn't utilize the UDH, or I'm sorry, it did utilize the UDH, and then you could just slap this on there by removing it. And putting the GX AXS on there. 1052 drivetrain with a very nice cassette on there. It's very light. It's a pretty cassette. I like those things.
Now remember, guys, too, if you're doing SRAM transmission T-type, you have to do the chain, the cassette, the everything is proprietary to that group.
Correct.
You can't mix just regular access with transmission.
Good point.
So
thank you.
There's that. And as you can see, this one is not hardwired to the battery. It's just a standard issue SRAM battery, which I will give SRAM credit. They have not changed the battery style. So the batteries from my transmission group set on Esmeralda, one of the original ones, and that was just SRAM AXS, I should say, fits this one.
Good.
So I like that.
Cool. And as we move on to the front, they gave you a decent little chain ring here. It's a nice machine. I believe it's like a Wolf E13. It's all right. It's a machine. It looks good. It's not as nice looking as the one on your rail.
No.
That one is beautiful for whatever reason.
Hot and sexy.
Also, your crank's a little bit nicer on that one, in my opinion. You get E13. They're carbon cranks. They look robust.
Yep.
E13's okay.
Well, and E13 doesn't have, they've never been known for like a sexy product. They make a solid product. It's definitely function before fashion, but it's nothing like, wow, look at the mama in those coveralls.
Right, exactly.
So,
this bike did not come with pedals.
Nope.
So you've opted to, again, you typically get the ergon grips, and you typically get at least stamp. Cook Brothers stamp pedals.
Now,
which should have plenty of grip, and you know, again, preference.
The story behind these is these are the magnesium spindled ones. These are completely over the top. But they were an open box, ridiculous price on Amazon. So I figured,
couldn't afford not to.
Why not? Again, why pass up that deal?
Very good.
Let's talk about the rear shock.
Yeah, while we're there, I just mentioned we had 140 millimeters travel in the back. That rear shock is a Super Deluxe Ultimate, also with TyreWiz. And this one has the RC2 dampener with 140 mils. So here's your dampener on there, your piggyback on there for extra volume. You have your low speed compression here, you have your high speed compression here, and then again, TyreWiz is in there somewhere. So via Bluetooth, that's going to give you some data to hopefully make better choices as to your compression and your airspeed.
All right. When do we ever make good choices?
Airspeed, but your air pressure. Sorry.
Your airspeed. That's awesome. So, well, let's talk about
Let's talk about this motor.
The motor and the battery and the interface.
Yeah, you got it. TQ motor in there. Can't say enough about it. We talked about it a little bit. Super smooth, super quiet. This is the HPR 50, so it comes out of the box with 50 Newton meter. But you can bump it up to 80. Am I right?
You can tune it a little bit.
Yeah,
and you can tune it within the app. I would say the app, I'm hoping that the update that they're talking about will take place before September. So I don't think it gives you as much latitude as the Bosch Flow app, but it's something that they're working on.
What I would recommend, I can't explain this. What I would recommend everybody just go to the TQ, even if you're never going to buy an e-bike. If you like science, if you like technology, if you like engineering, just go to the TQ website and look up this motor. It is using a harmonic pin motor. There's no gears, there's no belts, there's no chains inside there. That's what makes it so smooth and so quiet. And again, if you go to that website, they will break it all down for you, show it in a very nicely displayed computer graphic for you. Better than I could ever even attempt to do. So go to that. I think you'll be amazed. It's an amazing piece of technology.
And I'm telling you right now, even though we had talked about the disparity between power between the Bosch and this being 50 Newton meters, when you get on it, it gives you the goods. I mean, I don't want anybody to think that this is a weak motor by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a little over 5'10", I weigh 225 pounds, and this thing moves me just fine.
Yep.
And I've only been riding in the mid-level power assist, not the super rocket fast one and not the eco mode.
Got it. Cool. We talked a little bit about the battery being internal. This battery is a 360 watt-hour battery, but you've added on your range extender, so it gives you another 250 if I'm not mistaken. And this one is real nice. They gave you, you can't see it, fortunately. They gave you the chintziest freaking water bottle cage on there. Looks like it was 3D printed in some teenager's basement.
Right.
But it works, and it fits the range extender beautifully. This is all nice and discreet. I think this looks all right
So
for a
nice,
range
man.
extender.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does really, really well.
Pretty
I'll
well
give Trek
integrated.
credit for the integration. And then if we look here.
Yeah, let's move on to this. So this is probably my favorite part of this system, besides, I mean, everything just being really good.
Yeah.
They did a nice job with this. The amount of information you get and how it's displayed, I'm very, very impressed with. I love how it's just smooth on there. And let's see, how do I scroll through this?
Go up or down.
So this will give you your modes, and this only gives you 3 modes.
Yep.
It's like small, medium, large on there, which is good. So that's the amount of help that you're going to get, up to 20 miles an hour on this particular one. That must be your battery life with the range extender.
Yep.
There's your kind of more analog-looking battery life. There's your time, riding time. It should give you more information, doesn't it, Thomas?
It does.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, you can go through.
I guess
But
I don't
I'm
know how
holding
to
the
do that.
camera and Brandon's pointing it out. But trust me, guys,
Anyways,
you can go through.
It'll scroll through and give you a plethora of information if you wanted to. It's pretty good. I'm very impressed with it.
Yeah. And for me, I just want to know how much battery I have left and what mode I'm in, to be honest with you. I think a lot of the other analytics that are provided are nice, but they're copious. And I just don't see the need for them. I think that's going to cause more confusion than anything. So as long as I have there's my battery, there's the actual percentage, there's how much I'm getting in pedal assist, I'm good to go.
Yep.
And again, we'll do a full breakdown of the app, the control and everything like that here coming up in the next few weeks.
Very cool. Last but not least, you got your line dropper on there with 150 millimeters of travel on there.
Tell them the story about the dropper.
So the dropper's been sitting around too long and it already leaked out. So
my P&W's on the way.
He's got a new dropper on the way. So we warranted this one. He got a credit from Trek on this one. So a little bit of a booger there, but sorry about that.
It happens.
But it came with an awesome saddle. If I can get excited about something, this is carbon Arvada saddle. I dig it. It's nice. It's beautiful. It's light. I like the way they fit.
I'm going to order one of these for Bathsheba.
We better look at that because I don't know if they're available anymore.
You know what, Brandon? You get me all excited about this stuff, and then you let me down.
We'll just have to look. Hopefully they're still available. But that thing's cool.
Yeah.
And it is the right spec for a bike of this nature.
Absolutely.
Well.
Absolutely.
So that might be it, man.
All right. Anything else? You think that's it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, did I mention it's 40.5 pounds?
No.
40.5 pounds. It might be different since you added the GX AXS on there.
But we'll just call it 40.5 pounds. We'll just put a little banner down there.
Yep.
So,
all right.
And again, with a bike like this, and I would say most bikes, I've never been the weight weenie. I know some people, it's very important, critical.
It's always the first question.
Yeah. How much does it weigh? So I'm not getting paid to ride. I'm not riding any Grand Tours, the Giro or the France or the Italia or any of those. So who gives a shit, you know, at that point? Just like I got all the stuff on my cockpit the way I want it to, I got to be me. What can I say? Okay. Like Sid Vicious said, I did it my way. All right, let's get back to the, oh, no, Brandon, got to take us. Another transition. Here we go. All right, Brandon, that was good. Everybody got well, I mean, better than what we did before. Yeah, what are you going to do? Is there anything else you want to add in general terms before we depart here? Oh, that's how you go through. You press the button.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good.
And then you hold it down.
It looks like a...
and then it turns off.
Looks like an opportunity for another video, so that's good. No, I think we pretty much covered most of it. Of course, I always forget something, but...
And this is where you guys have the opportunity to ask your questions down below. We're an interactive channel, and I've said before, we'll answer all your questions. Give us about a day. Sometimes we get busy. I tend to travel a lot, especially in the fall and the springtime for work. And some of your questions I personally can't answer, as savvy as I am with this stuff. I still got to defer to Brandon. So,
and then I have to look it up.
Yeah, and then Brandon's got to look it up. So, you know, it's what happens when I bring him bourbon, you know. So, no, I'm joking, guys. So, I've got a couple 100 miles on this already. Each time I've taken her out, I've gone anywhere from, depending on the trail and stuff, 15 to 28 miles. And I've, you know, 8, 9 times, The bike is fun. I knew from the first pedal strokes I had out in the white tanks that I was in love with this thing. It's so energetic and so bouncy and springy and playful. You know, how could you not have fun on this bike? And I did my own little experiment where I turned the battery off, just pedal assist off. This has one of the smoothest analog engagements that I've ever ridden. You know, so it's one of those things where it's like, all right, so what? I kill the battery. I got to pedal back to the truck on my own power. Big whoop-de-doo. Now, granted, she's 12 pounds lighter than Bathsheba, but still, this is super smooth. So I'm really, really happy about that. This is one of those bikes you buy and you ride it until something breaks, and then you worry about replacing it because everything on here is top tier. Again, we don't want you guys to think that we're alienating any specific group of riders at all. We're a community. Community is made up of a bunch of different people, including you, including us, everybody in between. So just kind of keep that in mind. And hopefully here, rumor has it, Trek's got some new bikes coming on the horizon. So we'll have more bike showcases across the spectrum of bikes. And next week, we are going to do a head-to-head showcase with Beatrix and Bathsheba. So we can really break down. We're going to have some notes, okay? So we usually just kind of shoot these off cuff, but we'll have some notes, some direct comparisons. So you can decide if a Fuel EXe would be the right bike for you or the Trek Gen 5 rail. And when we talk about the EXe, we'll look to see exactly what differs from this model in 2023 to the new model that they have. So you guys will have those most current and updated specs. So I think it's a good time.
Yeah,
so
will do.
Yeah. All right. My friends, you made it this far. God bless you. Like, subscribe, bell notification icon. Helps out the channel, helps out the video immensely. Links down below, okay? Most important one is Trek Bicycle Stores of West Phoenix. If you have a question about today's video, or any question for that matter, you can always comment down below, or you can contact Brandon and his team directly. Seriously, great group of guys and gals. I love them to death. If you're local, swing in. Show them a little love. Since they've shown me love for the last several years, I can't express that gratitude enough. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, the devil's work. It's necessary, though, to get the word out for Trek, or for Get Out Arizona and Trek Bicycle Stores West Phoenix. Right. We do group rides, we do group hikes. It's a whole lot of fun, my friends, seriously. So come out and enjoy the trail with us. So I always say when I'm out there, the only thing that's missing is you. The link for our Amazon store. You don't have to buy anything from our storefront specifically, but if you follow that link before you make your purchase, we receive a small commission, which helps out with park pass money, gas money, and coffee money, the other trifecta we love so much here at Get Out Arizona. And you get some pretty cool stuff from Amazon, typically in 2 days, sometimes in 1 day, sometimes in a few hours, depending on where you're at, you know, which is nice. When I want some Skinny Pop and I have to have it now, I actually call Walmart.
You don't call Motley Crue?
It's Unskinny Bob is what you're thinking. I like that. See, it's the pop culture references. How could you not enjoy that? And how could Netflix not pick us up? Seriously, they got friggin' piece of crap movies. What was the one they just did? Immortals 2 or The Old Guard 2 or something like that. Charlize Theron. I'm telling you, dude, Netflix is where actors go to end their careers.
You watch your mouth, mister. You don't talk about her like that.
I'm just saying. I mean, I wouldn't kick her out of the bed for eating crackers or riding a Specialized, but still, she's better than Netflix. You're better than Harold Washington. I'm joking, guys. Seriously, we're so off the rails right now. It's not even funny. So on that note, my friends, what do we say? Be kind to yourself and others. Be amazing stewards out on that trail. And we have to ask, what are you waiting for?
Get out, Arizona.
Gosh darn right. We'll see you on that next adventure. Take care, everybody. Brandon, we'll see you next week.
Oh, got that in there.